consider others before you consider yourself, to protect your brother even from himself, to give support at your own expense, and when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, and make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. Most importantly, we ourselves don't dishonor it. Approval from previous legends who have donned the black and gold. These virtues I learned while playing for the Steelers are what make the legacy of the black and gold timeless. They are passed down in the locker room from the steel curtain to anyone who valiantly wears the black and gold. Creating a brotherhood that is deeper than money, business, and winning. To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. This is our culture, Steeler culture.
Now, here are your hosts, Rob and Dan, the Steel Twins.
Steelers Nation, how are you guys doing on this fine Thursday night? Thank you guys so very much for tuning in for yet another edition of the Steeler Culture Podcast, where we break down Pittsburgh Steelers football as we are here to discuss the Week 11 matchup. Matchup number 2 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
I guess you can call this
the Unk Bowl 2.0.
the Unk Bowl Part 2. This is the sequel, folks. And typically, the sequel is not better than the original. At least that's the normal trend with literally anything. However, I'm hoping this time around the sequel leads to a different result and a different ending. Because I don't want to see a 40-year-old Joe Flacco sweep our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. No. Not in the year 2025. The last time Joe Flacco swept the Steelers was what year, Rob?
2011.
There you go. That was 14. That was 14 years ago.
Yes, it was.
That was 14 years ago.
2011, I believe the Steelers were 12-4 that year. 2 of those losses were to the Ravens. The first loss was Week 1 in brutal fashion. Yeah, that was the last time Joe Flacco. And
I remember that game.
I believe the only time Joe Flacco swept the Steelers in his career.
Yes.
Now he has a chance for sweep number 2, and I hope to God it doesn't happen.
That's a name I haven't seen in a while in the chat. Shout out to Ty Gaskin in the chat that says, cover Chase. Yes. We do not want a part 2 of what Jamar Chase did to us on Thursday night weeks ago. No, we do not. We do not want to see a Week 7 Jamar Chase performance all over again, where he got 16 receptions off of 23 targets, 161 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And on his 16th catch, his 23rd target, he was left completely uncovered by, I don't know who.
Nobody.
There was
John
no one
Cena,
there.
apparently.
There was nobody there.
His 23rd target, and he just left with all that space on a drive where the defense needs to make one stop.
There was a ton of miscommunication on that play.
Honestly, the defense in that game looked like the Bengals defense.
It did. However, the defense has improved the last 2 weeks. They definitely improved versus the Colts. And I'm not going to give them any negative whatsoever for what happened versus the Chargers on Sunday night because particularly not a lot of that was their fault. I understand that Vidal and McConkey had big games, but that's also because the offense couldn't obtain a third down conversion up until 4 minutes left in the game when they were already down. How many points?
Yeah, if you look at the time of possession actually between the Steelers and the Chargers had 37 minutes or over 37 minutes of time of possession.
Yeah.
Which basically the defense was on the field for an extra quarter, an extra 15 minutes.
That's insane.
And for what they did, considering the circumstances, I felt that the defense did all that they could.
Yeah.
So there's hardly any blame going to the defense when it came to the loss versus the Chargers this past Sunday night.
No,
defense did all they could.
The defense has improved the last 2 weeks. I think a lot of it has to do with Jalen Ramsey being up at safety, free safety. I think more Peyton Wilson stepping up and the pass rush really playing well. Alex Highsmith breaking out the last 2 games. Granted, he hasn't participated in practice all week, so we might be without Alex Highsmith, who's battling a pectoral injury.
Which would suck because Highsmith, since coming back from his injury, I don't remember what it was, but he was out for, basically up until after the bye week. He came back week 6.
I believe it was I don't want to misquote. I want to say a hip injury.
I don't remember what it was. He was hurt, that's for sure.
And shout out to Barbara Fenn, who's been a member for 2 months, says, how are we doing? Thank God I have Jefferson in fantasy. Good for you. I know one man that's very happy tonight because he has Travion Henderson in fantasy. Mr. 3 touchdown hat trick over here.
Boom.
Good for him.
Put him in my flex, and I'm glad I did.
Good for him. Finally, the Patriots actually used Travion Henderson. I just hate that he's a Patriot.
Yeah.
We all knew how much of a dog he was.
Yeah.
And the Patriots had to get him.
Of course they did. The Patriots also had to get Mike Vrabel.
And they had to get Drake May.
Yeah.
And they had to get maybe the number 1 seed at this point. They're about to go 9-2.
Everything just works out well when you're the New England Patriots, right?
No. They couldn't go 5 years without, being good.
No, they couldn't.
You couldn't at least give us that.
No. But no, the Patriots are the Patriots, but we're here to focus on the Steelers and Bengals. And where do we leave off? Oh, yeah, Highsmith, yeah. Yeah, since he came back from his injury after the Steelers bye week, he's actually had 5 sacks.
Yes, he has.
With 4 of them coming in the past 2 games. So credit to Highsmith for doing what he did. But if he doesn't play in this game, it's going to be a brutal loss for the Steelers based off how he's played the past 2 games. But, how many times have we always preached about Nick Herbig needing snaps or he should be on the field more? I think we can all have our hope and beliefs and confidence that Nick Herbig can do what he needs to do.
Well, we know what Nick Herbig can bring to the table. Anytime he's on the field, he's making a play, even in limited snaps. When he's not the starter, when he's a rotational guy, when they run those 3 edge blitzes, Nick Herbig is always within the collapsing of the pocket. So if Highsmith can't go, I think we all have the utmost trust and faith in Nick Herbig to step up in this game.
Yeah.
Especially against the Bengals O-line that's not good. It's not good at all. We got to get to Joe Flacco. But the way to do that is we got to prevent Joe Flacco from getting rid of the football in 2 seconds. That was the biggest issue with the defense outside of everything regarding Jamar Chase. That was one of the biggest issues the last time we faced the Cincinnati Bengals is they couldn't keep the ball in Flacco's hands for more than 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Joe Flacco knows Mike Tomlin better than Mike Tomlin knows himself.
Yes.
Because he's played against him for how long now? How long? It's been 18 years? I think 18 years he's been playing against Mike Tomlin. So he knows his defense in and out, like the back of his hand, like a Dr. Seuss book.
Literally.
The adjustments from the defense are going to be very interesting to see in how they try to limit Chase and, of course, Higgins. And we can't forget Chase Brown because Chase Brown had his best game of the year versus us. And how are we going to be able to contain Joe Flacco and allow the pass rush to eat? Mm-hmm. I think the add of Ramsey at free safety is going to help. Darius Slay, we're going to try. We're going to try to run the ball.
I hope so.
Barbara FM with a 499 says 4-0 record when Ian and JJ call games. We have them this Sunday. Did you guys see the post comparing Aaron Rodgers' first yards compared to Russ? Very similar. Yes. Very similar.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Rodgers is doing much better than Russ. Rodgers was absolutely a big problem versus the Chargers on Sunday night. In fact, he was the biggest reason for our loss.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers cost us that game. Aaron Rodgers was the biggest loser of that game. I'm hoping that doesn't lead down to a trickle effect where he's going to steadily decline and we're going to see awful performances. But I get what you're saying, Barber, is, yes, there is that trend where they start off good and then in Steelers fashion, they collapse.
Yeah, and we don't need that because we've been there, done that. We've experienced it time and time again. That's the last thing we want to endure as fans.
Alex Roberto in the chat says Flacco will be our quarterback next year. No.
Yeah,
Can we?
No, thank you.
I'm done.
No.
I'm done with these aging hires. Let's stop doing that. Okay, like Russ, like Patrick Pearson, like Darius Slay, like Aaron. No, it's not working. It doesn't work. All it does is mask the real problems.
Yeah.
I'm not signing any more old fucks. We're done. Swear jar.
Yeah. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. The concept and the idea. It's like on paper it sounds like a good idea, but then like when you get them on the football field, it's like their age shows and it doesn't help.
Well, their age shows and the scheme sucks.
The scheme is awful. It's been awful for years. But then you add the aging players, like you mix both of that together. I mean, like, what do you expect?
Well, it's what we've gotten essentially all season, where the offense and the defense, particularly this entire team, is incredibly inconsistent. They're bipolar. It's either one or the other that's going to perform in either game. It's never really a complete performance. We've seen that maybe twice this season, or we've had a complete performance where the defense and offense have actually showed up. But most of the time, offense shows up, defense doesn't, or vice versa. So what are we going to get in this one? Are we going to get the defense actually performing and the offense just doing nothing against an awful Bengals defense? Are we going to get a repeat of last week? Or are we going to get a repeat of what we saw the first time around versus the Bengals this past season, where the offense shows up and the defense lets up again? I don't know.
No, we can't afford that.
At this point, nothing with this team surprises me. But I'll be very interested to see how the defense is going to match up this time around versus the Bengals, versus Flacco, versus Chase, versus everybody else. And I'm very interested to see how the offense is going to try to improve and essentially match the Bengals' firepower. Because the Bengals, they're coming off a bye week. They're well rested.
Yeah, but they are also coming off 2 straight losses.
You're right.
And in brutal fashion at that.
Yeah, I mean,
To the Jets and then to the Bears.
That Bears finale, bro. They let Caleb Williams march down with 50 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. But Joe Flacco's coming off 470 passing yards.
And what was it, 4 touchdown performance?
That's got to be the most passing yards by a 40-plus-year-old quarterback in NFL history. It's got to be, right?
I can't
Maybe
think
there's
of
someone
anybody
higher.
else. I don't think Tom Brady even did that.
No. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But that's a testament of how bad that Bengals defense is. So if there's a game for the offense to rebound, it's this one. It's the perfect game because you have a favorable matchup. I don't care how poor your offense is. If you're going up against the Bengals offense, or the Bengals defense rather, you have a favorable matchup. Even the Jets had a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
The Jets. And Justin Fields sucks this year. That offense sucks this year. Watching the game tonight, I saw a stat where this is their 6th game with 100 or less total yards in the first half.
Are you serious?
And no other team has done it more than 3 times.
Oh, my God.
But the Bengals allowed the Jets to do that.
The Bengals allowed the Jets to get their first win at
Yes.
that.
So this is the perfect game for the offense to get the wheels turned again, to get the ball to Warren, get the ball to Roman, get DK back involved. The tight ends can eat because the tight ends typically do good versus the Bengals, Muth specifically.
111 yards off 5 catches and 2 touchdowns, including the 68-yarder.
And the Bengals will be without their 2 top pass rushers, or their 2 premier pass rushers. Trey Hendrickson's out, and Shamar Stewart is supposed to be out. Well, he's questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a favorable matchup. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't see how the Steelers can lose this game. Or I can see it, but at the same time, Joe Flacco sweeping the Steelers at 40 years old, like that'd be awful.
Yeah.
We can't allow that. We can't go into Sunday at home and let Joe Flacco school us all over again. No, we cannot.
No, and I can only hope that Tomlin and the coaches overall, that they view Chase and Higgins as more significant than they did in the last game. Because if you guys remember, coming out of halftime, because Chase and Higgins both had touchdowns in the first half of that game, and I think the Bengals led at halftime. Tomlin was asked on what the Steelers' priority is. He said, we got to protect the ball and stop the run. Then he was asked about Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and how exactly do they stop him? He said that they are less significant.
Yeah.
Although they had, again, touchdowns in the first half. So I can only hope that they view Chase and Higgins as more significant, because I don't know how you don't view those two as a very significant problem to handle.
Yeah, they gotta prioritize them or more have more focus and towards slowing them down, because that's where they carved us up, and that allowed, of course, what's his nuts, Chase Brown, to have the game of his season.
Yes, his only 100-yard rushing game.
Yes. So this defense, bro, they gotta come and definitely make the adjustments that they didn't make whatsoever versus that first Bengals matchup. Jamar Chase cooked us. Higgins cooked us. Chase Brown cooked us. Joe Flacco cooked us. It was too much soft zone. It was too much single high safety. It was way too much of them getting the ball off so quickly off of the quick slants or to the sideline passes. It was so repetitive. So how is the defense as a whole unit, from coaching, from execution, how are they going to improve? How are they going to adjust? How are they going to match up this time around?
Or just from communication altogether. But I have noticed with Ramsey up at safety the past 2 games that the communication, at least within the secondary, is more on point compared to Juan Thornhill, who's no longer with the team, or Chuck Clark in there.
Who's not seeing any snaps.
No, who was up, of course, both of them were, of course, up there at free safety. With with Jalen Ramsey up there now, you see a more focused and a more in synced secondary. I actually seen a play, which was a Nick Herbig sack. I actually seen the play where, if you remember earlier in the season, with the double deep cross plays versus the Jets and the Seahawks, Steelers could not stop it. They had bad communication, and they both failed at stopping the double crosses. And I think Garrett Wilson and Torrey Horton both scored touchdowns because of those plays.
Correct.
The Chargers tried to execute that. I think they were looking for Quentin Johnston. But Ramsey had great communication with James Pierre, and they both covered their individual targets.
Yes.
And then Herbert couldn't throw the ball. He couldn't find an open target, which led Herbig to get the sack. So you can kind of see, with just that play alone, because of Ramsey up there up top, he has that communication within the secondary.
Well, not just Ramsey, but the guy you mentioned he was communicating with, Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you noticed in those games, Darius Slay was the starting corner, and he's the one that was supposed to cover the crosser towards the end zone.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't communicate properly, which led to scores in back-to-back games. They cleaned that up versus the Chargers, and that has a lot to do with new faces in the secondary. The last time we saw these two teams fought, it was literally Juan Thornhill and Chuck Clark at free safety. Now we got Ramsey, which, because of that, the defense as a whole is playing a lot better. Like you mentioned, better communication, more double high safeties, which is essentially closing everything to happen down deeper. It's helping the DBs as they got that insurance, that backup right behind them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got James Pierre in there who, listen, I don't know a guy in the James Pierre, but he's a lot better than Slay.
He's balling.
And Darius Slay is still in concussion protocol, and he has not practiced all week. So that probably tells me he's not playing. Thus, James Pierre could start, or the Steelers could elevate newly signed corner Asante Samuel Jr. to the game. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to immediately start, because keep in mind, he hasn't played since week 4 of last year.
Yeah.
He had spinal fusion surgery. How game ready is he? Now, he did mention, he told the media that this is the healthiest he's felt in his entire NFL career. So that's a good sign. And another good thing is the Steelers team doctor, David Okonkwo, did his spinal fusion surgery.
Yep. So if there's anybody that knows how the surgery went, of course, but how he's feeling and how, cleared he is, it's the Steelers team doctor.
Yes. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to play immediately. I don't think he's going to play immediately. But whenever he is game ready, or whenever he is ready to go and he's got everything under control with not only his health, but understanding the team, understanding the defense, right? Which shouldn't take long because it's a very simple defense. But the second he's ready, you elevate him. And then you start him on the boundary opposite JPJ. That's what I would do. Mm-hmm. Even when Slay comes back.
No, because let's be real. Losing Slay is not going to hurt the Steelers defense. It's not.
Because it might make it better.
Well, listen, every game he's playing, he's always hurt. He's always down on the field. He's always getting examined by trainers, and he's always having to walk off the field. Does he come back in some of those games? Yes, but name me one play that Darius Slay has done all season.
Couldn't tell you.
Exactly. Losing Slay is not going to hurt the Steelers defense. It's not. I actually prefer to see Pierre out there to see, what can he do within a full game's worth, because he's been playing very good in limited capacity.
Now,
Pierre's balling out.
Granted, this is a tough game for him to go up against.
Yes,
you're talking Higgins.
It's a big test, no doubt.
But at the same time, you don't put Slay in there. Now, last time these two teams fought, everybody got cooked. I'm talking the safeties. I'm talking the corners. It was a complete.
No, nobody could stop a nosebleed.
No, first of all, the defensive scheming didn't help. The play calls didn't help. But of course, the execution from the players themselves was just as bad. This is where, as an overall unit, this defense has to be better. But I think because of the performance they've had the last 2 weeks, because of the new personnel they have on the field at safety and at corner, with Slay most likely not playing, there is going to be a little bit of improvement. I do think there will be a little bit of an improvement. I mean, there has to be. There's no way that Jamar Chase is seeing 20-plus targets again, right?
I hope not.
Ain't no way.
I hope not.
I hope not. But the fact that you got that rolling, and then the pass rush is starting to really get something going with Watt and Highsmith and Herbig the past couple games, we can actually slow down Joe Flacco this time around. We can. But I think where it starts is you got to play a lot of man. You got to bump and run. You got to get in these receivers' faces. That way it prevents Flacco from getting rid of the ball early. Now, they're going to try to still get rid of it quick with the quick slants or the little hitches or the out or the ends. They're going to try to get it out ASAP. But that's where these guys got to be physical at the line of scrimmage. And I'm talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where it starts as a defensive unit when it comes to slowing down Joe Flacco or that entire Bengals offense. So I do think they have a better chance this time around to actually perform the way they should. Let's just not get a repeat of the last time.
No, I mean, see exactly. Seeing what happened the first matchup, I mean, that should be enough motivation for the secondary guys to go out there and want to perform better and want to try to minimize Chase and Higgins, though it's a lot easier said than done. Still, I mean, the matchup you're going up against. You know that you face these guys 2 times a year. You know you have to be on your A game every snap of the game. So go out there and do what you need to do. You got to play some top-tier defensive football. And the defense overall has been the past 2 games, and props to them for doing that. Just keep at it. Keep it up.
I would run some certain disguises that, like plays that definitely hurt the defense last time around. I'd run some disguises, like say they want to buff the blitz with a guy like Peyton or a guy like Queen or even Herbig or somebody that can drop into coverage. You show blitz and then you buff back and then you jump into one of these slants and then you could potentially make a play in the air with an interception or bat the ball down. Keep them guessing. No, don't make it too predictable. I think running some disguises is what they got to do this upcoming game, where it's gonna make Flacco think, wait a minute, they're not running the same stuff that succeeded last time.
Mm-hmm.
The defense as a whole in this game's got to be better than last time. They've been good the last 2 weeks. They have. So they got the momentum on their side. But in this game, listen, it's still gonna be a tough test. It's against Joe Flacco, who knows his defense, who knows Mike Tomlin better than anybody else in this entire league outside of Tom Brady. So it's still one of those things where I trust the defense in this one a little bit, but there's still going to be a little bit of resentment based off of what happened last time.
Yeah, big time.
But I do think we have a better chance of performing in this one based off of the momentum and the player personnel that we have at certain spots on the field, because that is an improvement. That has been an improvement. There's a reason the defense has improved the last number of weeks. It's because of the adjustments they've made since the Bengals and the Packers game. They keep doing that, and they get the Flacco in this one. It's all on the offense. And again, the offense has a great matchup in this one. It's the Bengals defense, and they suck. They're going to be without 2 of their premier pass rushers. They traded Logan Wilson. They have no corners. They have no safeties. They have no defense.
Dude, even if they were to have Hendrickson, who, by the way, didn't play the first game, I think Stewart did, though you saw him in that game. You hardly have seen him all season for the Bengals. Even when they have them, their defense is horrible. They are literally the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah, they are.
The Bengals defense. They give up literally 426 total yards a game.
Woo! Is there anyone close?
No. Maybe the closest is Dallas with 397.
Wow.
It's not really that close.
No.
The Bengals are literally that bad. They're the only defense that gives up 400 or more total yards
By the
this
way,
season.
Shout out to Rick from PA with it too. Says, put the brooms away since it ain't going to happen. It better not happen. Yeah, keep those brooms in the closet. Keep it in the vestibule. We're not
Put them away.
We're not trying to get swept by the Bengals, where the last time the Bengals swept us was 2021. The last time Joe Flacco swept the Steelers was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I did my research.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
The offense, man, bro. One thing that they got to prevent themselves, or the one thing they got to get themselves out of, is get out of third and long situations. Get out of third down situations.
Dude, they were 2-11 on third downs.
2-11, 2-11, 0 of 9 up until 4 minutes left in the game. And Jaylen Warren didn't see a single third down snap all game versus the Chargers.
No, he didn't.
How's that possible?
As a matter of fact, yeah, Warren overall played 24 snaps, which was 46% of the offensive snaps.
Yes.
And Kenneth Gainwell played 27 snaps, which is 52% of the offensive snaps.
That's the second time Gainwell has outsnapped Jaylen Warren. Now, I do believe that Warren was outsnapping Gainwell up until the last drive, but even still, why is Gainwell seeing all of the third down reps? You can't convert a third down. You can't stay on the field. You can't help out your defense. The only way you can is to get your most explosive player on the field.
And that's a simple adjustment because
How
of
stupid.
what Warren has done. I mean, we all saw what Warren did versus the Bengals. He was one of the key figures of that offense, which was still his only 100-yard rushing game by Warren. But even then, he should have more if you just play him more often, have him more on third downs, and just have him run the football more effectively.
Agreed.
Because in the collaboration that we did with Philly G earlier in this week, which is a great discussion.
Yeah, a whole 1.25 hour of just talking about how the philosophy doesn't work for the Steelers no more.
Yeah, that's live on the channel. Check it out if you haven't, please. It's a great discussion with our buddy Philly G. Talking about Jaylen Warren in that video, I made the comparison of the Panthers situation between Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. And we all know that Dowdle is outsnapping and outplaying Chuba Hubbard because Dowdle is outplaying Hubbard.
Right.
If Gainwell was outplaying Warren, then I could understand why he's the featured third down back more, or why he's outsnapping Warren in certain games.
Right.
But Gainwell's not doing that.
No.
Not that Gainwell's a bad back. He's just not your ideal back compared to what Jaylen Warren has brought to the table.
Yes, and we're trying to run the ball. Jaquan Infamous with a 5 says, I apologize for asking you to take down the Mike Tomlin sign. It's okay.
We forgive you.
It's okay.
Thank you, Jaquan. You're good.
And like Byron Nelson in the chat says, it's not like Warren can't catch the ball. No, he's one of the better receiving backs in the league. He's made catches outside his frame numerous times. He's incredible with yak. He is one of the more predominant backs when it comes to missed tackle rates or forcing missed tackles.
He's definitely got to be up there.
He's up there. He might be if he's not the best, he's at least top 5, maybe top 3.
He's got to be up there with Jonathan Taylor.
He's so effective.
And it begs the question: why is he not seeing more snaps, or why is he not seeing the football more?
But here's the funny thing, right? Mike Tomlin, when asked it, and shout to I don't know who asked it, but shout to the media for asking this question. When asked about it, about if or why Warren won't see time on the field, or why he's not seeing more snaps. He said if the team can convert on third downs, Jaylen Warren would get more touches. And then when asked if he had a thought of Warren staying on the field for third downs, he said that he's comfortable with both backs on third downs, but Warren can't play every down. I'm aware he can't play every down. But when you're in third down situations, isn't it wise to have your best personnel out there?
Which I find funny because when Najee was here, Warren was always a third down back.
He's a 3-down back. But legitimately a 3-down. He's not a rotational piece no more. He's not a change of pace guy no more. He's your starter. He's your most explosive player, and it's not comparable because DK ain't there yet.
Though I do fault some of that on the coaching for sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot on the coaching. It's a lot on the scheme, but it's also on DK because he's made some mistakes this year.
No, he has. He definitely has.
You don't put your best guy out there. No wonder the offense doesn't succeed. But when the offense does succeed, coincidentally, it's when you give your best guy the football.
Of course.
So Warren should go off in this game. Warren should be getting the ball. It should be locked in Tomlin and Arthur Smith's head. Give this guy the ball. Put him on third downs. Let's convert on third downs. How do we? Their mission in this game, outside of scoring points and win the football game, is offensively. How do we convert on third downs earlier in the game? How do we move the change? How do we stay on the field? How do we help the defense out? Put Warren on the field. Convert on third downs. How do you do that? Put your best personnel out there. You want to put Darnell on the field more? Absolutely. You want to give more targets to DK? Absolutely. You want to give Roman the opportunity? By all means. But put Warren on the field. You got to. But in a way, at the same time, the Steelers should be avoiding to get in third down or third and long situations. And the way to do that is you got to have big gains on first and second down. Are they capable of that? I don't really think so. Which is why they're in so many third down situations.
Exactly.
But that's what they got to improve in. They got to be less of a predictable offense. They got to open the playbook a little more, and they got to have bigger gains on first and second down to help them in those situations. I know that's asking too much. I'm not getting my hopes up that that's going to happen, but that's an adjustment they should be making.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they have a favorable matchup in this one versus the Bengals. Ain't no reason they shouldn't.
No, and I feel like one of the keys, if the Steelers want to do this, is move DK Metcalf around. And when I say that, I mean put him in the slot more, because I looked at the Bengals secondary, and it's not great, obviously. Their nickel cornerback, Dax Hill, who was a safety converted corner.
Yep.
That's the Bengals' decision. God bless them for doing so. Dax Hill has been heavily targeted basically every game. And he gives up a lot of catches, a lot of yardage in the slot.
Yeah.
And if you remember in that Vikings game, DK was actually involved in the slot more often. And that 80-yard touchdown, I believe he was lined up in the slot. You throw him middle of the field, and a guy of that size and that speed goes right up the field, 80 yards, touchdowns. Actually, DK's only 100-yard game as a Steeler so far. I feel like they need to implement and use Metcalf more so in the slot, because that is a favorable matchup.
And there's plenty of mismatches in
And
this one.
if you want to find a way to utilize Metcalf, because Metcalf within the past 2 games combined has 5 catches for 41 yards. That's it. You paid a hefty price, giving up a second-round pick for DK Metcalf and giving him $30 million a year without him even putting on a jersey yet.
Right.
You paid a hefty price to get this guy. And we all love Metcalf, and we all believe in Metcalf. Metcalf's already showcased in certain moments, the guy can definitely be the wide receiver 1. But I feel like that they don't utilize Metcalf and his size and his speed properly. I don't feel like it's not like they don't put him in the slot. They just don't do it often, or they don't do it enough.
No.
I feel like they need to do so. And if you want to find a way for the offense to bounce back, or for Metcalf to have a big bounce back game for him to really blaze off, because he hasn't really been a factor offensively since, honestly, week 6 versus the Browns, when he had 95 catches for 4 or
95 catches.
Yeah,
wow, what a game.
I love so.
Wow.
95 yards off 4 catches and a touchdown, excuse me.
You're really asking a lot.
But since then, Metcalf hasn't really done much since.
No.
And some of that is on Metcalf. He's had some faulty drops. He's had some errors. But I feel like a lot of that is because of Arthur Smith and coaching malpractice of primarily keeping him out wide, which, of course, Metcalf, he has the size to play that. But I feel like if you keep him stationary over there, he's not really going to do a whole hell of a lot, because all you got to do is have a cornerback stick with him and have a safety play up top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you move Metcalf around more often in this game, and again, a favorable matchup versus the Bengals, primarily in the slot, because Dax Hill is not a good slot cornerback. He hasn't been all season. That is a big mismatch, if you ask me. Put him in the slot more.
Yeah, and he could easily have a big game versus the Bengals. I'm sure the tight ends will, because that's just tradition. The tight ends typically have great games versus the Bengals, specifically Muth. Some of Muth's best games, I think most of Muth's best games, come from games versus the Bengals.
Yes.
So I'm excited for what Muth can do, and how he's just kind of like one of those Bengals killers, the modern day Bengals killers, as he's just the guy that stretches the field and makes the play and gets in the end zone. He's been very consistent with that versus the Bengals. I want to see more Darnell. I think that's going to help gains on first and second down. We got to see more Jonah. Shout out to Rick from PA. He just became an ST member. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I think I got to up the audio on the alerts a little bit.
Yeah. We definitely got to do that before the live reactions on Sunday.
We'll get to that before the game for sure. As you know, we'll be live for the game. So, and it's a 1:00 start. So no late games, no prime time. When's our next prime time game?
That would be Monday night versus the Dolphins.
I figured.
And Heinz Field. Yeah, another primetime game for the Steelers, and we're winless in primetime games this year.
Yeah, it might be the only primetime game we can win this year. Hopefully,
Are you
fingers
sure?
crossed. Well, I hope so.
It is to it in the cold, so yeah, I like our chances.
That's weeks from now.
Yeah, it is.
That's like a month. That's literally a month.
Literally
from
a
now.
month. Yes, December 15th.
Yeah, literally a month from now. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're already in week 11, folks. We're already in double-digit weeks, and it's week 11, and we got 8 more games to go. 8 more games. This is very important for the Steelers. This game is a must-win, and I think I'm not exaggerating when I say that. This is a must-win game. The Ravens face the Browns this week, okay?
And they've won 3 straight.
That is my lock of the week.
I don't blame you.
The Ravens are going to beat the Browns, which means they're going to advance to 5-5 after being 1-5 at their week 7 bye.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since week 7, the Steelers have lost 3 of their last 4.
1-3.
They cannot lose this game. They can't get swept by the Bengals. They can't risk the Ravens tying the Steelers for first place in the division. You have to win this game by any means.
Yeah.
Win this football game. And I think one of the bigger reasons of the Steelers accomplishing that is you got to limit the turnovers on offense. Turnovers has actually been an offensive killer for them versus the Chargers last week, and especially versus the Bengals on Thursday night in week 7, because that was a 10-point swing off of those 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Matter of fact, since that first Bengals game, because, I did some research on that, they've turned over the ball 7 times within their last 4 games.
Really?
So since that Bengals game, they've turned over the ball at least once every game, but 7 times combined within the last 4 games.
Right.
And the opposing teams that have taken advantage of those turnovers, 5 of the 7 turnovers that overall the opposing team has combined for 23 points.
Wow.
So it's like they are taking advantage of the majority of the turnovers that the offense has given up.
There you
So
go.
the offense, they have to protect the ball. No question about it.
Yeah, they got to protect the ball for sure. They can't turn it over, because at that point you're putting the defense in a bad spot. And with the firepower that the Bengals have, I'm sure they could easily take advantage and get some points off of, which has been a trend lately regarding the Steelers. They turn the ball over, the opposing offense takes advantage, and it's kind of tough for the Steelers to come back or stay within contention of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that was one of the faults of many of the faults in that last Bengals game. They got to look at that game plus what they messed up in the Chargers matchup, and they got to think to themselves, how can we improve? How can we adjust? How can we prevent from doing that again? Like on third downs, how can we convert on third downs finally and consistently? How do we not turn the ball over? How do we slow down Flacco and Chase and company? I do like the Steelers' odds in this game, just because based off of the fact that I don't want to see the Bengals sweep the Steelers. I don't want to see Joe Flacco sweep the Steelers. I just can't. I can't envision it. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. It's just kind of unfathomable to me that that could actually happen. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be disappointed.
Knowing the state of this team, I mean,
Nothing would surprise me.
no, I mean, anything is off the table.
But the Steelers got to beat the Bengals. This is a must-win. You can't get swept by the Bengals, because I got a great feeling that the Ravens are going to sweep the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have that over us. And then let's say they beat the Browns and the Bengals beat us. They're already tied in the division with first place. We can't allow that. We got to get a victory in this one.
No doubt. And if anything, I'm not really expecting a whole hell of a lot, but I will say this. I do expect the offense to bounce back, because I don't know how you don't after what happened versus the Chargers, primarily coming from Aaron Rodgers, who hopefully it was just a bad day and not the start of a bad trend, if you know what I mean. I don't see how the offense doesn't bounce back against this Bengals defense, because, again, it is very poor.
Yeah.
There's no way that the offense goes out there and has another bad performance like they did versus the Chargers, because the Chargers defense is good. Aaron Rodgers had a bad day, but I don't want to take anything away from the Chargers defense. That's a pretty good defense. The Bengals, complete opposite. They are literally the worst defense in the NFL. So if there's a game for the offense to bounce back and retaliate, it's this one for sure. I don't see how the offense doesn't.
Yeah.
They got to. And yes, they absolutely have to win this game. But I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals, because Joe Burrow, he won't play in this game, but he has returned to practice, and his 21-day window has opened up for him to come back from IR.
Right.
He won't play in this game, but you got to think that's added motivation for this Bengals team to go out there and try to win, because Burrow said himself that the division is wide open now, because the Steelers, with their collapse, the Ravens winning 3 straight, most likely on the way to 4, and the Bengals, they're 3-6 right now. They've lost 2 straight, but Burrow is basically ahead of schedule right now. He's actually targeting a Week 13 return, which would be, funny enough, versus the Ravens on Thanksgiving night.
Yes.
So that could be a possible date for Burrow to come back.
But
And because of that, that could be added motivation for the Bengals to perform better and, of course, get some W's.
Yeah, because what that tells me is they're not giving up this year. This is very much of what they went through last year, where they had a losing record, and they fought and clawed and dragged their way to try to get into the playoffs, and they didn't. They didn't. They won the majority of their final games, including the Week 18 matchup versus Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't get enough help to get into the playoffs, and a lot of their earlier mistakes faulted them from getting into the playoffs. The Bengals aren't giving up. Zach Taylor, everybody, they're not giving up. They're 3-6, which is not a good spot. So essentially, they would have to almost win out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to get into the playoffs as an AFC team in the conference, you got to get at least 10 wins. So the Bengals somehow got to win another 7 games. They got to win at least 7 of their last 8 somehow. I don't know if it's possible. I don't think it's possible. But they're not giving up. They know Burrow's going to be back. They traded for Flacco, and it has helped them in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
It also hasn't, because that defense is just so bad that they can't end the game. We've seen Chase, both of them, Brown and Jamar, they both said, just end it. Just end the fucking game.
Yes.
Just close it out. Just make one stop.
They couldn't hold back anymore, and I don't blame them. I mean, how could you not? How could you not voice your frustrations after going out there and getting points on the board and succeeding?
But they're coming off a bye, and they know they're going to get Burrow back. They're going to trust Flacco to do what he's got to do until Burrow gets back. The Bengals aren't to be counted out. Okay? They're not. You can't underestimate them just because they're 3-6. I said before that Bengals game in Week 7 that their season was over. I still believe that, but I'm not going to underestimate them. I'm not going to rule them out in this game, because they have a little bit of that fighting spirit. They got enough playmakers and enough leadership in the locker room to try to save the season.
Yeah.
It's going to be an impossible task, but the Bengals are going to try, and they're going to try their damnest. So you can't rule them out. You can't underestimate them in this one.
No, you can't.
Again.
And I can only hope that the Steelers have that same mindset, that they don't underestimate the Bengals, because they did exactly that Thursday night, just a month ago, back in Week 7.
Yeah.
They can't underestimate them again.
No. But in this game, man, it's Steelers-Bengals. It's AFC North football. This time, and our home territory at Heinz Field. No matter how it's done, we got to get a win. We can't allow the Bengals to sweep us. We can't allow the Ravens to tie the division, and we can't allow the Steelers the Steelers cannot allow themselves to dig a deeper hole already. No. They've already went 1-3 of the last 4. To go 1-4 in the last 5 would be very bad.
Yes.
And not something that I would be entirely surprised about. It's just they can't do that to themselves. They got to get a victory. They have to. It's the Bengals. This is a game where I think it is favorably matched for them. I feel like the offense has a great matchup versus the Bengals. I think the defense, with what they've done the last number of weeks and the changes they've made, they can perform better. The Steelers can absolutely win this game. It's just, what team are we going to get? I don't know. It's unpredictable. Is this the game where the offense wakes up again and the defense collapses? Is this the game like last week versus the Chargers, where the defense does everything they can and the fucking offense can't do nothing against the worst defense in the league? What are we going to get? I don't know. I'll be very interested to see, but...
Is it going to be one of them dirty wins where they get a win where it's not clean, but the win's a win?
You mean an ugly win?
Yeah, that's what I meant. An ugly win, or is it going to be, hopefully not, a blowout loss? Because Steelers don't do the blowouts.
Honestly, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Anything could happen this Sunday. I'm not ruling anything out. It should be interesting.
I don't think you can. Not with this team.
It should be an interesting game. I'm a little excited just based off of the fact it's AFC North football. It's Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco for probably the last time ever. Like, this is the Unk Bowl Part 2. This is our childhood going up against each other one more time.
And the Unk Bowl, though the Steelers lost the first going, the first meeting was, honestly, will go down as one of the better games all season.
Yeah, it was like John Cena versus AJ Styles. It was just, you had to be there.
Yeah.
It was like two legends going at it one more time.
The Steelers lost, but if you're an NFL fan that just loves football, loves tuning in, that's an entertaining game for you.
For
and
sure.
it was.
For sure.
Will we have another shootout? Will it be another 30-30 burger? I don't know. That'll come for Sunday.
I don't know. This could be a low-scoring game. This could be like a medium-scoring game. It literally could be anything, man. This team is so bipolar. This team is so ridiculous most of the time. Literally, this could go either way.
It's like what Steelers team's going to want to wake up that day?
I don't know, man. There's a new poll in the chat. Will Jaylen Warren have more than 14 touches in this game? Yes or no? And that is at the recommendation. A huge shout out to someone that said it in the earlier chat. Mark DeGrazis in the chat put that up a while back ago, and I finally just get into it. So that's the new poll now. Thanks to Mark for the recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Cade says, gotta beat the Bengals this week and hope the Browns can beat the Ravens. Yes. But I'm not putting my faith in the Browns. I'm not putting my faith in Dylan flipping Gabriel. He sucks.
Yeah, he's not good.
Why not just put Shador in?
I think, honestly, right now, I think it might
It's
only be
week
a matter
11.
of time. I think it's only a matter of time.
What do you got to lose?
Who do the Browns play after the Ravens?
I don't know. Didn't even bother looking.
Let me actually check that.
Django Unchained says, did you guys have a parlay on the Warriors versus Spurs game yesterday? If y'all took the over for Curry, he got you with 46. I didn't even know he had 46 points. Holy shit. No, I didn't actually. No, I didn't. No. But see, the NBA is tough for me. When it comes to like parlays and stuff, it's tough because blowouts happen a lot. So when you ask a player to get however many points or points and assists or whatever, you ask him to get a double-double or triple-double or a combination of rebounds and whatever, they don't do it. Like, they do it most of the time, but then you'll bet that one time, and it's a fucking blowout, and he'll sit with, like, 12 minutes left in the game. I mean, I just give up.
So why do you even bother?
I don't know. It's
You just give it a try here and there.
It's a disease.
Yeah.
JC Jamal says, this is, in my opinion, the season schedule gets tougher, and Ravens-Bengals getting healthy, so unless we start showing we can be good consistently, it's over. I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you loud and clear, and that's the main word right there. Consistently.
Which is not in the Steelers' vocabulary.
I don't think they know what that means.
Probably not.
Byron Nelson says this is a game for Warren and Metcalf. Absolutely. 100%. They should be getting the touches. They should be getting the targets. They should be going off.
They should. There's no reason for them not to. It's the Bengals defense, bro. And these are literally two of your top playmakers.
Following the logic says another cakewalk for Arthur Smith. Should be, right? You know what? This should be Arthur Smith's call to, like, I don't know, the Giants, right? This should be his call to the Giants. Hey, watch this. And he puts on the best game possible and is the new head coach.
Or maybe he goes back to Tennessee.
Or maybe Tomlin can just get traded to the Giants.
Does Tomlin have a no-trade clause or no?
Of course he does.
Oh. Tomlin.
Of course he does.
Now you know Tomlin's not going anywhere. We want him to go, but it's not
Of course he
happening.
has no trade clause. Why would he leave? Why would he leave?
Yeah,
His job is safe as hell.
of course.
Jamie Carlos says, I got 2 words for you. Here we go.
That's more than 2 words.
Yeah, that's more. That is more than 2 words.
I couldn't miss up on that, bro.
But yeah,
I hear you,
I get
though.
where you're going with.
Here we go.
Hell yeah. Jaylen Warren is like AJ Brown. Neither one is getting the ball enough, says Byron Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah, and AJ Brown's really letting out his frustrations.
Yep.
He don't even care no more.
No, and for a while I was thinking Warren's kind of like Trevion Henderson, where they don't give their best guy the ball. The Patriots finally are because Stevenson's hurt. But yeah, I like that comparison better. Yeah, they're one and the same.
Yeah.
Like, just give him the ball.
It just doesn't make sense.
There was a span of weeks years ago. I think when AJ Brown first joined the Bengals. God,
No.
the
They already got enough firepower.
I know, the Eagles. There was a time and period where AJ Brown joined the Eagles. He had 125 yards in like 5 straight games. Where's that now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Donnie Lund with a 7. We're finally getting to you, but thank you, man. Says, say if Art the Clown grows a spine and fires Tomlin, do you trust him to get the head coach search right? No. I don't trust the owner to do anything right. Okay? Like, that truly is where all our problems stem from. Like, Tomlin is a huge problem, but it all stems from Art and how he wants to run the team and who he trusts and how they want to approach a certain way and how cheap they are as an entire organization. They don't go out and get the top coordinators. They don't go out and grab more coaches to the coaching room. They want to run the team the same way they've ran it since 1970, and it's just not working.
No.
They're very complacent with just getting into the playoffs.
Yep.
That's their goal now. They can say all they want. Oh, we're fighting for a championship. Well, if you were, you'd be a little bit more serious.
You want to be 5-4 right now.
No.
You want to have gone 1-3 in the last 4 games.
So Tomlin needs 4 more wins for the Steelers to be happy. For Art to be happy.
For Art to be satisfied and say, I believe Tomlin is the right coach.
But no, Donnie, I don't trust him to get the next head coach right.
No, I do not trust Art Rooney II. I don't.
I think he'll just go with the Steelers trend and get a defensive coach, which isn't a bad thing because we've seen some really good defensive coaches in the league. Mike McDonald, Mike Vrabel.
Look at Mike Vrabel. The Patriots just got 8 straight wins.
Sean McDermott.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you can be successful with a defensive coach. It's just, one, I think Tomlin is incredibly outdated. And 2, it's just more successful to go out and get a young offensive-minded coach that's going to take over to what works in the league. And I don't think Art comprehends that. I don't think he knows that. I don't think he knows what that means. Does he watch the rest of the league? Because if he did, he'd see how these offenses are functioned and then look at his and think, okay, we need to do that. I don't think he watches the league.
No, because the question is for Art Rooney II, what is his vision? What is his goal? What does he think or what does he believe? And how the Steelers can be the most successful they can be.
Well, clearly, his goal is...
Because right now, the division now is not it.
No, it's not it. But he thinks that can still win you something. It can't. It hasn't. It hasn't won us a playoff game in 9 years.
No.
Going on 10.
No.
But what does that tell you? It doesn't work. You can only go on with the same thought process or the same philosophy for so long until it doesn't work, and then you got to start thinking to yourself, what do we got to change? But they're not. They just keep running with it every single year. And I don't know, folks, it's almost the same thing with the next quarterback. Whatever quarterback we're going to draft, 2026, 2027, whenever, do we trust this coaching staff, this organization to coach this guy right? To let him throw the ball or to get a coach that's going to coach this guy up properly.
No, because, I still see comments of, the Steelers should have drafted
Shador. No, they shouldn't.
Well, not just Shador. I was going to go all the way back to Lamar Jackson. But they took Terrell Edmonds that year, or they could have taken Jalen Hurts and not Chase Claypool. But you look at where Jackson is, you look at Jalen Hurts, where he's at, and the coaching staffs that they're with, the Steelers would not have gotten Lamar or Hurts to where they are right now.
There is no way that Lamar and Jalen Hurts are as successful as they are if they have Matt Canada, if they have Randy Fichtner. There's no way. There's no way. So, listen, you're not wrong in saying we should have gotten that guy and this guy. You're not wrong. It's just a matter of they wouldn't have been successful. And if that's the case, and if my theory is the way we're going to go here, that's the road we're going to go down, then those same people saying we should have taken those guys would have labeled them busts. But it's not because of the players. It's because the scheming sucks. You notice how many years have we seen the same results and the same errors and the same approach offensively and defensively? And it's almost like a rinse and repeat deal, right?
It's only going to continue to be that way, unfortunately. I hate that that's my belief. I hate that I say that, but...
Because here's the thing. I don't think it's a talent issue. Like, there's certain talent that sucks. Okay, you're not gonna know everybody. But as a from a talent aspect, I think this roster is really good.
Like,
I think Aaron Rodgers, outside of last week, has done very well. I think Jalen Warren's a dog. I think DK, when he gets the ball more and moved around, can be very successful. I think you got to give Roman the chance now. You literally have no one else. Give Roman the chance. As a defensive unit, you couldn't be more stacked. You literally couldn't ask for more better talent.
yeah.
So I don't think it's much of a talent issue.
Dude, if having the best talent on paper won you Super Bowls, the Steelers would be at the top of the food chain there.
Yeah.
They would be the top dog. But that's not how you win Super Bowls, of course.
Did you guys see Chris Hull talking about how Flacco will be our quarterback next year? I'd actually have an aneurysm. No. So someone mentioned it in the chat earlier, and I'm just like, no, let's stop.
No.
Let's stop paying.
Flacco can retire happily.
Let's stop.
He doesn't need to be Thanos.
Let's stop.
He doesn't need to collect all the Infinity Stone. Like, that don't need to happen. He can retire if he wants to, sit on his couch, and say, hey,
yeah,
I did it. I had a career.
We got a couple super chats to get to. Shout out to Billy Maher and Eddie T. Billy Maher, the 199, says, I'm calling it the Kyler and Mac Jones next year. No. Ew. I don't want Mac.
I did mention Kyler to you off camera. Not that I want him, but I said because of Jacoby Brissett playing, and I don't know if they go back to Kyler, whenever that is.
No.
I don't want Kyler Murray.
No.
I don't. But you know it's coming. You know that trade rumors are going to be going all over social media, and people are going to label the Steelers as a top candidate. You know what's happening.
I don't
want Kyler Murray.
I don't think he's bad. You know, there's some cases where he might be a little underrated in a way, but this is how I label quarterbacks. Are they game changers? Are they difference makers? Do they level a team to an elite level or to go over the hump? No, Kyler Murray's not that guy. So
No.
I don't want Kyler Murray next year.
No.
Thank you. And Eddie T with a 499 says, Mike Tomlin should only be our defensive coach and Mike McCarthy our head coach. Aaron Rodgers comes back for 2 years with Brian Kelly our offensive coordinator. I don't hate that.
No.
But Tomlin being demoted?
That ain't happening.
No. No way.
Can we just call up Brian Flores, see if he wants to come back?
He's not lateraling.
Have him be the head coach.
He's either going to stay in Minnesota because that's where he's succeeding and comfortable with, or he's getting a head coaching gig.
Or then have him be the next head coach. Hypothetically speaking. You know Flores is going to get another head coaching gig somewhere.
Of course.
That could be the Giants. That could be the Titans. That could be the Dolphins. No, take that back. No, the Dolphins, they did him dirty and whatnot, so take that back.
No. I would mention, though, yeah, Tomlin, McCarthy, and Kelly, that would be one hell of an old coaching staff. That'd be old.
Yes.
Not saying that's an entirely bad thing, but that kind of fits with the Steelers' motto. Same old Steelers, just running it back with, the old folks, the old hires, the old philosophy. Yeah, I agree. Kyler Murray is overrated. I mean, in some senses, he can have some games where you think, okay, maybe he's not appreciated enough, but he's not all that. He's not all that. Call Kirby Joseph head coach at Georgia. I don't think he'd want to leave Georgia. I think he's very comfortable where he's at.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the opportunity, I'm sure, would be amusing.
Mason says with it, too, if we get swept by Cincy, I'm out. Yeah. No, I get it. I like Josh McDaniels as the Steelers' next head coach. See, I don't think he's not a good head coach.
No.
He's had several tries, and it's just
the Broncos and, of course, the Raiders, and they were just all terrible stints.
no.
McDaniels,
Now, hold on. Maybe I'll to give him the Raiders are a much bigger issue.
Well, yes, but he didn't help in that.
No, he
did
didn't.
not help in that.
He's a hell of a coordinator, which is why he keeps going back to New England. As a coach, I just
head coach. I'm gonna say no to that. But no, he's a fine OC for the Patriots.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of people.
So listen,
wow, you got Josh McDaniels, the guy that schooled their defense for so long, being the Steelers' new head coach. Imagine that, right? I can hear it now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to call the offense, absolutely. By all means. He'd be our best coordinator.
Some guys are just better off as coordinators, as certain position coaches. That's McDaniels as OC.
Yeah.
He's just better off that way.
Anyone seen Arthur Smith explain why the Steelers don't take shots down the field? No, following the logic, I did not. Now I'm gonna go search.
Yeah. Go on ahead and do that because
I got
now
this.
I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued to what he had to say. Is it good? Based off your emoji, I guess it's not.
Let's see if I can find it. Where do I find it? Or can someone put it in the chat?
By
the way, thank you guys for tuning in on this Thursday night. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for the Week 11 Steelers versus Bengals preview on X and on almost said
YouTube.
Twitter. X, Twitter,
Same thing.
On YouTube as well simultaneously. Thank y'all very much for tuning in, man. We do
course.
really appreciate it.
Of course. Did you find it yet?
No.
No.
Did someone find it? Did someone put it in the chat? Because I haven't heard nothing.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me scroll around.
I've heard nothing. I can't find anything. No, I have no idea what he said. We're gonna try. And hopefully succeed.
Bro, we need to. I swear.
Eddie T with a 499 says Kyler Murray isn't bad. He was Lamar before Lamar, and he had injuries. And come on, it's Cardinals. They suck donkey doo-doo. He did beat the Steelers. I'll give you that. He did. I don't think he takes the Steelers to the level that they want to go or that we want them to go.
Yeah, I'm not finding what Arthur Smith said either. Anybody put it in the chat? It's on YouTube.
Who was the last quarterback to win a playoff game for the Cardinals? Was it Carson Palmer?
Had to have been.
Wow.
That was when Bruce Arians was the head coach.
Bruce Arians was a great
That
coach.
was when the Cardinals went all the way to the NFC Championship game the year the Panthers went to the Super Bowl.
Bruce
when
Arians-
Cam Newton was MVP.
Bruce Arians was a hell of a coach.
Great coach.
Sometimes, I wonder.
He's got a hell of a resume with quarterbacks. Ben, of course. Andrew Luck, Carson Palmer, Peyton Manning, I believe, for a little bit.
That was
Tom Brady, of course.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Arians.
And plus his mentality. What was it? It was like
risk it for the biscuit.
It was something like that. Don't risk it, no biscuit. You can't play scared or you can't live scared.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a mentality, bro. And that's just what he brought to the table. No wonder why he won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay.
Well, look
I'm
his
glad that
coaching
he got
staff
it.
too.
I'm glad he got a Super Bowl win as a head coach. Good for him.
His coaching staff too is really well.
I know. It's outstanding. Like Arians is a hell of a mind, a hell of a coach.
Billy Maher with a 499 says, I don't want Kyler either, but it's the Steelers, so it's going to happen that Mike Tomlin's sign is going to be up for the next decade. Oh, Jesus. No, not that long. Hold on.
No.
It'll be up the rest of the season. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Ricky with a 499 says, when was the last time we broke a long rushing touchdown? Been a while. We were due for a long 45-plus yard touchdown. I'll take Steelers bring back Fields. No.
Ricky, I'm good on that. I mean,
but the last time we had a long rushing touchdown was, if I'm correct, it was 2023. Jalen Warren went like 70, 80-something yards for our only score in that game. And that was when Dorian Thompson-Robinson beat us.
yes, the Browns game. I remember that. That was like at the opening of halftime.
Yes.
I do remember that.
That was in
Funny enough, it
2020.
was Warren. Funny enough, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna. How long was that?
No, it was 70 yards, wasn't it?
That was
like one play.
That was an awful game.
It was like one play.
Bro, he had 129 yards in that game. He
Yeah.
had more rushing yards than Kenny had passing yards. Yo!
Yes, he did.
That's fucking funny, man. 74 yards was the touchdown. Where, Joy?
Okay. Again, feed Warren, bro. He's a dog.
I don't.
Can you
That
grab a
game,
coin?
dude, that game.
Maybe grab a penny. Let's honor the penny.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
the penny.
Let's honor the penny, bro.
Shout out to Honest Abe. The New York. Yeah, the U.S. penny is no longer being made. They have discontinued the U.S. 1 cent penny. This was made in the year 1992.
92?
92.
That was Cowher's first year as head coach.
Aha.
That's the Cowher power right there.
Shout out to Bill Cowher.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's crazy, man. We live in a time and an age
no more
where
pennies.
the penny is done. They've been making this thing since the 1700s, and they decided now we live in a time where they are no longer making the 1 cent penny. Like, what?
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think they'd ever stop making any sort of currency outside the they made a 50 cent and a $1
Oh,
coin.
the $half coin?
Yeah.
$half coin. That was with JFK on it.
JFK, yeah. That was with JFK on it. I remember as kids, those were rare finds. I'm like, ooh, no, I can't find them anywhere.
I know.
You guys don't have to reply to this, but if you guys want to, what do you guys think of the Epstein files? I think they should release them.
No, they need to be released.
They need to release them. I don't think they will because there's so many powerful people on it on both sides.
Yes.
To me, it's damage control. That's as far as I'll go. Should we see Asante Samuel Jr.? Yes. Like, as soon as possible.
Yes.
I don't think he's game ready yet. Maybe by next week. Maybe by, I don't know, the Bears game, potentially. But as soon as he's ready, get him out there.
Mm-hmm.
Get him out there beside JPJ.
By the way, I'm seeing your tweet that said, I'm so glad the Steelers took Zach Frazier over A.D. Mitchell, which I am, of course. What happened to A.D. Mitchell? What did he do?
He dropped a lot of passes.
Oh, did he? Really? A.D. Mitchell.
You're shocked. You shocked about
Well, he
this?
wasn't that bad
Have
at
you
Texas. He wasn't that bad at Texas. Hold up now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, what's his nuts wasn't so bad with Arizona State before he got drafted to the Patriots.
Who was that?
N'Keal Harry.
Oh,
He
that was a
sucks.
forgotten name.
Where's he at now?
I forgot all about him.
Where's he at now?
He's out the league. Gotta be.
He's 27 and already out the league, bro.
Oof.
That's crazy.
So A.D. Mitchell was dropping passes.
Yeah.
Really?
Did you see the fumble he had at the 1 yard line?
I saw that, yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's bad.
Justin Fields with his best throw of the game.
Bad. That's bad.
Over the shoulder throw.
Yeah, that's really bad.
He beat Christian Gonzalez and still dropped it. And, yo, look at this. This guy's fucking ass. A.D. Mitchell
What happened?
sucks.
What happened? What happened?
A.D. Mitchell. I'm so glad we took
Oh, yeah.
Zach Frazier.
Oh, yeah. Yo, if we took Mitchell, that would have been Llama Sweet all over again.
Look at this. This guy sucks. Garrett Wilson is on IR. And this guy's getting targets.
Like, this
He
is an opportunity
sucks.
right here. And, yeah, he literally is messing it up.
He is so trash. Basura.
Well, the Colts already won that trade.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that right now. Colts won that trade. They got sauce. A.D. Mitchell dropped passes on primetime.
B. Mills says the fact that our coaching staff doesn't see Warren as a true running back one blows my mind. I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, I can't either. It's hard to with his coaching staff.
Who's worse, Lama Sweet or Dante Moncrief? Moncrief was Sweet wasn't good either.
No,
His best play was a block for Heath in the same game.
That's more than what Moncrief ever did.
Dante Moncrief was awful. He is one of the worst free agent signings
Dante
ever.
concrete hands.
He is literally, I'm not exaggerating, one of the worst free agent signings ever. Like, this is the guy the Steelers signed after trading Antonio Brown.
Yeah, thanks, Colbert.
Now, he wasn't going to be the replacement to Antonio Brown, but this is who you put opposite Juju week 1, 2019, and my man had more drops than catches in his entire Steeler run.
I actually remember Mason's interception versus Seattle when he had to step in when Ben injured his elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Moncrief, it bounced right off his hands, which led to the interception. I think Seattle took advantage of that one too. So yeah, that was all on Moncrief. That was not good.
Who remembers Alvester Alexander? That is a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
What's
When did he play?
What's he doing nowadays?
Sylvester Alexander.
What is he doing nowadays?
Double A. Yeah, I don't know.
Lord knows what he's doing nowadays. Whatever, I don't know, but God bless. You know, I always wondered that, like, I guess they're normal people like everybody else. Like, if it doesn't work out, they just work a 9 to 5 or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever it is,
That
man.
or they find another.
Like, what's Claypool doing right now? Like, what is he doing for a living? Is he still living off that rookie contract?
I don't know. Maybe he found a different profession. Some players do that. They go into whatever they're into.
That's crazy to me.
Donnie with a 5. He says, I know I am crazy for saying it. Yinzer Man March, what would that look like? We need to make it reality. That's the only way we're going to be heard.
Yeah, just, you know, it would have to be like a movement. Almost like a Matt Canada, Fire Canada type sort of deal,
It
right?
went everywhere. All over Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Gonna have to be.
Well, it's like, shout out to Kevin Adams. He put up a whole billboard that said Fire Tomlin.
Yeah, that was last year. During the collapse, that was last year. I
Yeah.
remember that.
He funded it himself and put it out there. Was he going to do it again? I don't know. Is anyone else going to participate in that? I don't know.
If he put up again, I wouldn't blame him.
Frankly, I at the end of the day, I don't know if there's going to be enough people to force the owner's hand. Like, Matt Canada and the whole Fire Canada movement was a legitimate not nation. It was a worldwide, universal movement from Steelers Nation.
Mm-hmm.
They had no choice.
Dude, we had the South Park.
It's still up there.
We still have it rolled. We still have
You
it.
want to get it?
Do you want me to get it?
Do you guys want to see it?
Do you want to get it?
Do you guys?
I can get it.
We still have it. It's up there. Do you guys?
Let me get it. Let me get it.
Hold on. Do you guys want to see the Fire Canada sign? Yes or no? We haven't showed this since we took it down.
No, it's
We still have it.
We took it down after that Browns game. It was before the Bengals game.
Cedric Wilson was one of the Steelers' best free agent signings. Yeah, that 05 year.
Yes.
That was one of his most classic moments, was catching that flea flicker pass versus the Bengals in the playoff game.
Yeah.
They want to see it.
All right.
Yes, I remember Jericho Cotton.
Yes, he had 10 touchdowns in 2010.
Yeah.
2010? Yeah.
2010? Not 2010. That was like 2012 or something.
All right.
What year was that?
That had to have been 2010.
He wasn't here long.
Okay.
Was it 2010?
Had to have been.
Why I feel like it was like later than
Yo,
that.
bro, give me some assistance.
Hold on, no.
I can't do this by myself.
I gotta figure this out.
Bro, I don't care. Enough.
It was 2013.
13?
Oh.
Dang, I was dead wrong.
Wow.
Oops, my fault.
2013.
2013. Nonetheless, here, give me a hand with it.
I forgot what it looked like.
I can pick it up. Stretch it out.
Move the mic. You
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
dork.
moving it. Shut up. Yeah.
It's still here. We ain't never getting rid of this thing.
Nah. It's a great souvenir to have.
Maybe we gotta get a bigger one of that with
Yeah. Do we do that
and
now?
something that's more better pixelated. I don't know if it shows good.
Do
on
we
camera.
remaster this or do we find something else? I think we gotta find something else because like this made sense.
I don't know. We'll figure something.
This made sense because of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It made sense because of the movie, but I feel like we gotta do something else with Tom.
Great movie, by the way.
Fuck, goated movie.
I don't know how that might be the last time we show it for another 3 years.
Who knows? No, and I gotta roll this up, or maybe I just put it to the side for now. You know, I'll put it to the side for now. Rolling it's gonna cause a lot of noise and whatnot. So
Yeah, it does.
hold up a second. I don't want to hit the mic. I'll roll that back up.
I remember.
Yeah, that sign just made sense for Canada.
that was oh god.
2023, bro.
I remember being hype about extending him or promoting him. That's why I can't, get excited about in-house promotions no more. None of them work. Like, it's fair to be optimistic, when it first happens. Then you notice the same thing keeps happening, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, what's there to get excited about anymore?
Really.
Yeah, Kotri was great, yeah. Yeah, that 2013 year.
Yes. What number was he?
80.
Was it just 80?
80 no, I think it was like 82, wasn't it?
Was it 82? You might be right.
Pretty sure it's 82.
Jericho Cotchery, yeah. That might have been. 89.
89, yes,
89.
yes.
All right. Yeah, good old 89.
89. Ladarius Green wore that number too.
Yes, he
Ladarius
did.
Green, bro, listen, if he stayed healthy, he would have been one of the other better free agent signings.
You know who also wore 89? Vance McDonald.
He did.
Vance McDonald.
So did Matt Spaeth.
Yes, he did. That's right.
So did Matt Spaeth. Matt Spaeth was a great blocking tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Muth, bro. Muth. Him and Heath. Heath.
Yes.
Heath
That was a damn
were-
good tight end duo, bro.
Yeah, for a
long
long
time
time.
duo. Hell yeah.
Gotta love that. I love that. He was 89. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Get a fire Tomlin flag with chef on it. Oh God.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Was that a scene? Did he like have a flag or something?
I don't know. I don't watch much South Park.
Now I gotta search like images or something. That'd be messed up though, chef. I don't know.
Why? He can't cook.
No, he can't. He hasn't cooked. He's microwaved, bro.
Yeah.
He's microwaved his way to a winning season.
In fact, what's the update on the poll? Does Jaylen Warren get more than 14 touches? Yes or no? 69 votes say with a 53%, 70 votes now, 53% say yes. Yes. Yes, he does. And he better.
He better.
Billy Maher with a 199 says, Ben as OC and Debo's DC can't be worse. I'll tell you one thing. There would definitely be some leaders in that locker room.
There would be.
Ben as OC, I could see working. I can. I don't think whoever want to get into coaching, but I could see something like that working.
No, because I do remember that Monday night game versus the Chargers when Mike Vick started. Like, Ben was all over, like, up and down the sideline, all around Mike Vick in the offense. As a matter of fact, if you remember that deep, 75 yards to Marcus Wheaton, Ben drew that play up.
Yep.
Literally on the fly, and it executed to perfection. So, Ben as an OC, I mean, like, he's got great insight and a great mind on what it takes to succeed. I could see him working out as a coach. I just don't know if he ever actually want to get into it. I mean, like, does he really need to? He's doing great right now in his personal life. Plus, he's got the podcast with his co-host Spence and whatnot. I don't know if Ben will want to step away from it.
I think he's enjoying what he's doing right now. I don't know if he'll ever get into coaching. You know, maybe he'll get that itch and so years from now, but
Yeah, and Debo's got his show with Joe now.
yeah,
Joe Hayden.
which is another great show. Love what they do down there.
Listen to it every week.
Yeah, it's part of the Club Shay Shay. Is that what it is?
Is
Club
it?
Shay Shay?
Are they part of it?
Yeah.
Are they?
You don't notice the damn
I
Shannon
actually
Sharp
haven't.
logo in the corner?
I actually don't look at the
Next
corners.
time watch them, there's a little
All right.
Shannon Sharp
I
logo.
don't look at the corners. I look at Joe and Debo.
Yeah, Unc and Ocho. It's like the same thing,
Okay.
except they're they lead the whole thing.
Yeah.
Debo and Joe are essentially like an extension of that, only based around the Steelers and their opinions around the league, which is a great show. I remember going through my YouTube feed, kind of doom scrolling, and I see James Harrison talking about Mike Tomlin or whatever. I was like, son of a bitch. And then I saw Joe Hayden. I'm like, oh, wow, this has got to be a must watch.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
That's awesome.
it is, man. Y'all should do a collab with Steel Here podcast. Jersey Jerry, Kevin Adams, this and that are the best podcasts out there. Yeah, I love what they do. I love their show.
Yeah. Very entertaining.
I'm always down to collab with literally anybody.
Yeah, love
collabs.
it.
Collabs are fun.
Big time.
We've done collabs for a while now, and that's in regards to other Steelers creators or other podcasters regarding other different teams. In fact, I think we got a collab to do later in December regarding the Dolphins.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we got a collab to do
That should be interesting.
next month. So
That should be interesting.
yeah, I can't wait for that. Collabs are fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Collabs are really, really, really fun. The hardest part is finally scheduling, but we all make it work. We all make it work. You guys see Asante Samuel or Debo beefing over the 0-4 playoff loss to the Pats? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Yeah. Debo said like they know our plays and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did.
Yeah, he put out a whole they put out a whole segment of it.
Yeah.
Called it rigged or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. That game was an absolute heartbreak. Like you rank heartbreaking losses as a Steelers fan, like that's got to be up there. Now the Steelers redeemed themselves the year after, but that was still, that was a heartbreaking game at the time.
Yeah, it was.
B. Mill says he'll be at that Dolphins game. You'll be at Heinz Field in the middle of December.
Yeah, bro.
You listen.
Bundle up.
We were at a Steelers game in December once. That was our only Steelers game live.
That Titans game, Ben's second to last home game.
Dude, it gets cold, and it's gonna be a night game.
Yeah.
One, don't wear steel toe.
Don't.
Two,
I'm telling you, do not wear steel toe. Get something comfortable, something warm for your feet, just not steel toe.
You need to have hand warmers in your gloves. You need to have hand warmers in your shoes. You need a sweater, a long sleeve, a sweater, a long sleeve, a third sweater, and a hoodie.
And a beanie.
And a beanie. And then another. It's going to get cold.
It will be cold.
Unless you have a sweet seat. Then you'll be sitting nice and cozy. You got beverages. You got food coming to you. You can watch it on the
heat in there.
TVs.
Yeah, you'll be good. You'll be cozy.
Unless you got a sweet seat by God bless. Otherwise, bro, I'm telling you, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. But I'm happy for you.
He says he was at Ben's last home game, and that was the coldest game of my life.
We were at the game before that. Yeah. We were at the Ben's second to last home game for the Titans game.
We saw Ben score his last rushing touchdown.
We sure did.
Son of a bitch.
I will never forget that.
My goodness.
I was standing by the big old scoreboard. They still had the Heinz ketchup bottles. I remember the stadium going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I
actually have footage on my phone of Taco Charlton deflecting a pass off Tannehill.
Yep.
And Joe Schobert picking off the ball. Like that, yeah. I gotta admit, that was an insane moment. Like when you're in that environment with the fan base, with football playing live in front of you, like that is one hell of an environment. It's a great experience, bro.
Yeah,
it is awesome.
And yes, Byron Nelson, you forgot the thermal underwear. Yes, that's important.
Yes.
Says I'm wearing triple layers at everything. I'm in the upper deck. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
What section are you at? We were at section. So we were originally at section 519, which is almost up at the top of the stadium.
Yeah, so like where the Jumbotron is of the Heinz ketchup bottles, we were on the opposite side of the stadium.
Yeah.
Like the back end of it, basically.
So our sight view was obviously the field, the Heinz ketchup bottles, the Titantron, and then the whole skyline of Pittsburgh. We eventually made our way all the way down to the scoreboard and the little I don't know what the hell you call them, the two little
like the walkways,
walk stocks. It's where people hang down their banners, like the Yinzer Mob or everything. They hold down their banners every Sunday.
Yeah.
We were there. We were right there for a closer look. Like at halftime, we made our way down and stood there for the rest of the game.
And that's where we saw Joe Hayden make that stop.
Yep.
On that play.
5:14, there you go. But I totally recommend making your way down to those stocks right by the Titantron and getting a real good seat or getting a real good spot.
That was, the second game we were at Heinz Field.
Yeah, because the first game we were at Heinz Field was actually a Pitt Panther game. James Conner was playing that game.
And he scored in that game, too.
Sure did.
Yeah, and that was a cool experience. That was the first time we actually went to Pittsburgh.
That was Conner's last year of college.
Yeah.
That was 2016.
Yeah, ain't that wild, bro?
That was 2016.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Been to Pittsburgh, I don't know how many times now.
I lost count.
At least 5 times. At least 5 times.
Yeah.
But two games we've been to. It was a Pitt Panther game and a Steelers game. But we've been to Heinz Field at least 4 times. Because we would go to the draft parties every year.
Yeah. Which we got to get back to, by the way.
Oh, no. Oh, we're going to go next year, bro. The draft's in Pittsburgh.
Yes,
we ain't going to miss it.
And you know it's going to be it's going to be crowded. It's going to be fun.
And I still got to I haven't planned nothing yet.
Yeah, time's ticking, bro. We gotta figure something out.
Oh, I know.
Oh boy, it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be a blast.
Tebow loss is much more heartbreaking I've ever seen. I get it. Yeah. Tebow.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember watching that live too.
Though,
man, my brother Not this one, the other one.
Yeah, our oldest one.
We got 2 other brothers, by the way. Our oldest brother, I remember sitting in the room watching that game, first play of overtime. Tebow hits a crosser to Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace.
Bro,
He turned the TV off.
Didn't even see the touchdown. Didn't have to.
He turned the TV off, and we played video games the rest of the night. He didn't say another word about the game. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was the time. What's the most heartbreaking loss you guys have watched? Well, the Tebow game's up there.
Tebow game's up there. The Patriots game, Jesse James non-catch, that was up there. That was heartbreaking. The Jags playoff loss was heartbreaking. I'll be real. I fucking cried.
Yeah,
after that game.
Rob cried.
I cried after that game.
Yeah, Rob cried after losing to the Jags in the playoffs.
I teared up. I cried.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was heartbroken because I thought that
was it.
we would go on that revenge tour. I thought that was it. I felt 2017 was that time.
Yep.
I cried, bro. It sucked.
2018 versus the Saints, bro. My heart was ripped out.
Yeah.
That game hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That game really hurt. Yeah, I'd probably say plus Super Bowl 45.
Yeah, can't forget that.
Super Bowl 45, definitely.
Can't forget that.
As what was that? 12? As a 12-year-old kid.
Yes.
Oh man, I was so heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. After the game, I would blame Mike Wallace because he didn't catch the ball on 4th down. It's not Mike Wallace's fault.
No.
What about Will Gay getting beat in coverage by Jordan Nelson? What about Ben throwing that interception? What about Mendenhall fumbling the ball? So many errors in that game.
Yeah. Rashawn Sweezum missing the kick badly.
Yep.
In AT&T Stadium. It was bad. Not a good game.
Yes, there's plenty of us, bro. Our family is large.
It's
Do we have any sisters?
Dude, the family tree is there's a lot of branches. There's a lot of branches.
Yeah, you can put it that way. Yeah, you can put it that way.
There's a lot of branches. It's pretty big.
You do realize Steelers didn't win the Super Bowl that year because Shazier got hurt? Yes.
Yes, that hurt too. They tried to replace him with Sean Spence.
Defense was never the same.
No, it wasn't.
I remember crying when Shazier got hurt. In that post game video we did, I cried.
Yeah, I did. That was hard to watch.
Did Jesse James catch it? 100%.
Yes.
100% he caught that football.
Yeah, he caught it.
He caught it. He did everything. He did everything you wanted him to do as a receiver in that situation. But it didn't survive the ground. What?
Hence, again, the question, what exactly is a goddamn catch?
Still don't know. Just like the Jonnu play. A-Rod threw it too high, but I thought the new ruling was the ground can't cause an incompletion no more. As long as the ball doesn't move, it's still a catch. The ball didn't move, but they still wrote it incomplete.
So, what the hell?
See, what I found funny about that year too, 2017, is Zach Ertz caught a ball very similar in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And they rolled a touchdown.
Yes. I'm like, wow, okay.
See, that game really, that was definitely a heart crusher because, I was like, finally, we got him. We fucking beat him. Finally, we punched the bully in the nose, bro. We broke the bully's nose. We made him bleed.
And nope.
Took it away.
Literally pulled the rug off our feet.
And that changed the whole season. Shazier was just a start, but that changed the whole season.
I mean, if Steelers win that game, who knows what the playoff situation would have been.
Well, we don't face the Jags. We face the Titans that year.
Yeah.
Still no excuse for losing to the Jags.
You don't lose to Blake Bortles.
No.
You don't do that.
No.
But we did.
No, I agree, guys. That would absolutely be a touchdown today. 100%. Yo, twins, I grew up with my cousin until I was in 7th grade, but I have no real siblings. Life gets boring. Then I look at the advantage of it. It's not a bad thing, no. It's not a bad thing. Now, granted, it's personal perspective because there's some people that are like an only child. There's people that don't have many siblings. There's people like us where we have a family of so many. Let's put it this way. during the holidays, if literally everybody shows up, we're talking 30 to 40 people in a household. It gets expensive.
Hold on, let me think. Let me do the math here. Yeah. And you had the nieces and nephews. And yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty crowded house. Yes, it's loaded.
Yeah. Super Bowl 30 broke me. I hate the Cowboys, and you better never say the name. He who shall not be named to me, because I won't do that to you. Because PDG90 in the chat, I love you, man. I'm not going to do that to you. Listen, we weren't born at the time. We were I don't know where we were at the time, but we weren't there. We were,
I don't think, well, we weren't a thought, I'll tell you that.
that was 4 years before our time. So yeah, I get it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like Super Bowl 45 was my Super Bowl 30.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think everyone in this chat can say that we witnessed them lose the Super Bowl at least once.
Yeah.
Some people more than once. Maybe both times, which sucks, right? You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Shout out to Pops.
Yep.
Great movie, by the way. Top 5 movie. I don't care what anyone says.
No, dude, 100%.
Considering it's about to be that day
And
the end of the work week.
Yes, thankfully.
Pull the plug on Corey Trice. Never healthy. I agree.
Yeah,
You know what?
Pittsburgh 110. I'm glad you mentioned that. That man has yet to participate in practice since he re-aggravated his injury.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because we were supposed to go over the injury report, and that completely, whatever. The injury report. Wednesday, Scotty Miller was full. Actually, you know what? I'll just go down both days. Wednesday and Thursday, Scotty Miller was full. This is the first time he's practiced in a number of weeks. Darius Slay with a concussion, still in protocol, did not participate. Corey Trice with a hamstring and a knee, did not participate.
Yeah, he's not coming off IR.
His 21-day window is about to be closed soon.
He's not coming off.
Jabril Peppers, Wednesday and Thursday, was a full. Cole Holcomb did not participate with an illness, which is going on 3 weeks now.
But he was limited today.
What's the illness?
I
Is he
don't
okay?
know. I hope he is. I mean, this must be some very serious illness.
I know it's that time of year, or maybe he got something more serious, but
But
at least he was limited.
yes.
Alex Highsmith with a pectoral did not participate Wednesday or Thursday. Isaac Seumalo was limited both days. Broderick Jones didn't participate Wednesday, but was limited today.
With a groin.
Jonnu
The
Smith.
dreaded groin, bro.
Jonnu Smith, not injury related, a resting vet day. He participated. Same thing with TJ Watt. And Hayward was limited for that same reason. So odds are we won't be with Slay or Highsmith for Sunday. Peppers we should get back.
Yes.
Holcomb's a question mark. Seumalo probably. Broderick for sure. Scotty Miller looks like he's going to play, so he'll be a big add for special teams.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Highsmith and Slay, it looks like a no-go to me.
No. And
Corey Trice.
Corey Trice, he's staying on IR, bro.
How about you just cut the cord?
Sanquez Golston 2.0. At least he stepped on the football field. I'll give Corey Trice that.
Our 2 Super Bowl losses and the Tebow loss was the most brutal in my history of being a Steelers fan, says Jamie Carlo. Yeah.
I hear you, Jamie.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Since Tony Holmes made up for the Super Bowl losses, says Byron Nelson. He sure did.
Yeah.
He absolutely did. Still a legend, man. Still a legend. What? Unchained, bro. I'm going to read it. What are your guys' thoughts on these adult stars telling people to delete their content because they claim to have kids now? Maybe you should have thought of that before you started, you know what?
I think it's too late. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever.
It's there forever. Maybe they should have thought of that before they started,
Don't get into that business. Don't. Ever. It's stupid. It's really
People
stupid.
are stupid.
Like, it's not worth it. Like, really? That's the worst industry you want to get into.
Some people have made millions off of it.
In today's
crazy.
in
It's
today's
crazy.
world and
It's
generation,
crazy how that works.
it's honestly stupid.
It's crazy how that works.
It's really stupid.
It's crazy how that works. I don't know, man. Good for them, I guess, but they're fucking stupid. If that's the path they want to go down, listen, they're their own person. They that's their own right. That's their own freedom, sure. But don't go complaining because
For the actions that you did.
because now, oh no, my kid's gonna see it.
I don't know. I don't know. Just don't do it.
Yeah, they make millions at what cost? They're never looked at seriously as individuals, bro. Never. They're objects to people. They're never taken seriously.
No.
That's what they want to do. That's what they
And
want to
honestly,
do.
I tried to avoid it at all costs. I really do.
Yeah. Trice's career is over. Yeah. They ought to just, bro. They ought to just like release him. Or
They'll keep him for the year and then they'll cut the cord.
well, here's the thing. He's not getting activated from his 21-day window, so that means he's going to stay on IR the rest of the season, which means he's going to be back next year, which means he's going to get hurt again. Right?
I'm not bringing him back. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Me neither.
Like, this was it for you, and now you blew
well,
it.
here's the thing. He's a 7th-round pick. There's no loss.
No, there isn't.
It's not like Senquez Golson, where you spent a 2nd-rounder on him and the guy never played. He's a 7th-round pick. There's no loss here. None.
They took a chance because of how talented he is, and there's a reason why he fell to the 7th, and now the Steelers are finding out. And it sucks for him. I feel for him, but if your availability doesn't hold up, then you're not going to be here much longer, man.
No, Django, you're fine. It keeps the chat interesting. It keeps the chat interesting. I appreciate it. Ryan says, nice Hines Ward jersey you wearing, Dan. 86, hope somehow, someway Hines Ward deserves a place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame soon. He does. He is a Hall of Famer.
He's way overdue, bro.
If people can say Julian Edelman's a Hall of Famer, this guy is a first ballot in that sentence.
Like, just think of the 2000s, right? Think of the NFL from the 2000s, and think of the wide receivers of that decade.
Oh my God!
Right? You think of course, Randy Moss,
Randy, T.O., Andre Johnson, Steve Smith, Megatron towards the end, but he still was dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, who else? Marvin Harrison,
T.J. Uzmanzada. You can throw him in there, but
Reggie Wayne.
but you can't.
I'll throw you another one. Roddy White.
Yes, but you cannot forget Hines Ward, bro.
No,
you can't. Especially the way he played and how he was.
Did we include Larry Fitzgerald?
Now we did.
You gotta include Larry Fitzgerald.
Gotta include Larry Legend, yes.
Gotta include Larry Fitzgerald in that sentence.
But you gotta include Hines Ward. Like, you want to talk about players that were consistent and just downright played to the very end of the snap every single time, and how he was as a block. There's no better blocking wide receiver than Hines Ward in NFL history.
One of the best blocking wide receivers of all time, and he'd do it with a smile on his face.
Every single time.
He'd look at you dead in the eye and just hit you with a smile on his face.
I know there's that one picture of Hines Ward. There's like, I think it was versus the Ravens. Like, officials came in trying to separate him, and Ward's just got his hands up, whatnot, trying to walk away from the situation. And he just got a big ass smile on his face.
Yeah, that was him.
It's so good. It's so good.
He never not had a smile on his face. Never. Yeah, Chad Johnson. I forgot Uchosenko. Yeah.
Can't forget about Chad Uchosenko.
Yeah, you're right. No, Hines Ward, bro, is my favorite Steeler of all time. And I'm wearing this jersey because it's the Bengals. Joe's Bengals. Hines Ward has tons of history versus that.
Yep.
I got to support my guy Hines. He deserves to be in a Pro Football Hall of Fame. And my dream as a Steelers fan in the next couple years, when Ben goes in as a first ballot, I want Hines to go in with him. Like, that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Ben goes in, Hines should go in with him. That's what I want. So 2026 is the earliest year that could happen?
It would be, yes.
2026. I want to see Ben Roethlisberger and Hines Ward going together. And you best believe I'm making the trip to Canton, Ohio for that speech.
Mm-hmm. It'd be very fitting.
I'm going down there for Ben anyway. But for Hines, bro, I'm going to cry. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want it to happen. If they go in individually, so let's say they go in 2 separate years, I'll still go for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember crying during Troy's Hall of Fame speech.
Yes.
Hell, it was Carr, it was Troy, and it was Donnie Shell that went in all together, right? Was that what it was?
Yeah, Troy,
Carr, and Donnie Shell.
Yeah, there was a fourth one, wasn't it? What was his name? There was a fourth one. He was the man that scouted all the players from the
Bill
70s.
Nunn.
Bill Nunn.
Bill
Yes,
Nunn.
of course. Yes.
If it wasn't for Bill Nunn, that 70s dynasty does not exist because
No.
of his scouting skills and how he were to draft Joe Green, Bradshaw in back-to-back years, that 74 class, which will never be touched again,
No.
and
That's
so
because-
on and
because
so
he-
forth.
He looked at the
He got Blyer. He got Franco. He got everybody, bro.
he looked at the smaller schools, but he looked at players that were just athletic and talented,
Yep.
and then just brought them in, and then they just did their thing.
When you guys go to Ben's Hall of Fame, I would like to meet you guys by all means.
Of course,
By all means, man. We're going to be down there.
more than welcome to.
2026, when he gets inducted, I will be there. I will be down there. I will be down there. I'll try to be front row, and I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. We'll be in Pittsburgh next year as well for the draft. So anytime you guys want to meet up or you guys see us walking around, probably around Permanis or or like a get and go to get to Turner Tea because that's a go-to.
Yes.
Or at a fucking Rally House or what's that other store? Definitely You
Definitely
by the
you down
Giant
there.
Eagle.
Yeah, or of course the Steelers Pro Shop down there.
Yeah. We'll be down there. We'll be all down there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be all down there, man. It's going to be a great time.
Probably down by the fountain too, or is it the fountain?
Whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It's down by the Allegheny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to go down there. That's obviously for April. We still got a couple months to go. But it'll be here before you know it, man. It's already the 14th. For some of you guys, still the 13th
Yeah.
of November. We're halfway through the month.
Yes.
We are 2 weeks away from Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Me neither. I'm like a coach, man. I'm scouting my food. I'm scouting my plate. How am I going to arrange? I'm trying to arrange my plate so I get the best.
No, we gotta get the ham. We
Yeah.
gotta get the ham.
I gotta get my big ass ham.
Gotta get the ham.
Yep.
And I get to prep the turkey too.
Yes, you do.
I had fun doing that last year. I know how to do it.
You got
Pretty
the
simple.
You got the turkey. I got the ham, and I got the pies.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And I'll do whatever else. I'll do the sweet potatoes. I'll do the mashed potatoes. I'll do the veggies and whatnot.
No,
Just get me in that kitchen, bro.
I hear you.
Get me in that kitchen and let me cook.
You guys who else deserves to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Casey Hampton. His stats will not show it due to being a 3-4 D tackle. So you have to look at his linebacker stats. Yeah. Him as a gap filler.
Yeah.
He was only 6 foot, but he was so big.
Big snacks. Another guy is Aaron Smith.
Yeah. Aaron Smith, yeah.
Wasn't
very
didn't get a lot of
underrated.
sacks, but bro, was he so impactful, so dominant. LC Greenwood.
Now, see,
How the hell is
How?
that man not in the Hall of Fame yet?
I don't know.
He is like the last member of that steel curtain defense to not be in the Hall. I don't know.
Yeah,
how.
that still irritates me.
I don't know how he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
That still irritates me. That LC Greenwood is not in there.
That is a crime, bro. That is a shame.
Yeah, that's as every year goes on and he's not even getting mentioned is a crime.
Well, hell, Donnie Shell. I mean, it took years, and I don't understand why.
I don't know.
That didn't make any sense to me.
I'm sure LC Greenwood would get in 1 year, but it's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I get they can only put in so many people every year, and obviously, as we get first ballot guys coming almost every single year, and those
Yeah.
guys almost guaranteed based off of
It's
the
just-
careers they've had lately.
It's just like for Hines Ward example, more players just get shoved further down
Yeah.
the chart, which is unfortunate.
But one way or another, they're going to go in. I just hope that, they don't wait too long or to a point it's too late, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I hear you.
So, anyway, guys, we're going to get on out of here. It's past midnight. For you guys, it might still be Thursday, but for us, it is Friday. So, the last day of the work week. I'm excited till the weekend. But we're going to get on out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Thank you guys for a great live stream and all the interaction as always, man. You guys kill with all these live streams we do. You guys already know. We'll be live Sunday. We will be here Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock, for the Steelers versus Bengals matchup. Week 11, the Unk Bowl Part 2. I don't care how you do it. You got to get a win. To lose to the Bengals and get swept by them and Flacco and allow the Ravens to come back completely. Nah, bro. We gotta win this game.
Nah, I can't let it happen, bro.
No.
This is a must-win game. You got to bounce back after losing to the Chargers Sunday night. You can't go 1-4 in your last 5 games. You got to get a win.
No.
But get out there and do what you need to do. And it's at Heinz Field, too.
It's at Heinz Field, but I do feel somewhat good about this game. I think the offensive matchup is just an advantage for them. And I think the defense is playing pretty good, that they can do better than they did last time. Are they going to completely shut them down? I don't think so. But I think they'll have a better showing. Either way, Steelers can win this game. There's no doubt that they can't win this game. They can win the game. It's just a matter of how they're going to do it. What Steelers team are we going to get? I don't know. Either way, get a victory. At the end of the day, we'll be here Sunday and we'll see you then. Up until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. You guys have a great Friday. Finish the week strong. You guys have a good weekend, and then we'll see you on Saturday afternoon for more stressful Steelers football. Love you guys. On your way out, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We would greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you on Sunday. Have a good one, guys.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!